Hello, sexy souls. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Weird and Woo-Woo. We're all a bit weird and we get a little woo-woo. If that's not you, I hope you have a fantastic and wonderful day. If it is, and you're going to stick around, just know that there's no way I can read for every single person on this planet at one time. So we never, ever, ever try to Cinderella anything to make it fit, okay? Okay. If you got to be doing some mental gymnastics in order to be able to try and make this your reading, it is not your reading, and that's perfectly okay. Alrighty. I don't really know what. I'm not really sure. I'm not getting anything preemptive. Does that make sense? Any upfront type of energies or anything else like that. I feel like I'm just meant to kind of go with the flow right now and see what happens. So yeah. Let me figure this one out. Oh, and by all means, grab your coffee, your matcha, your tea, your lemon water, whatever you got. Because we're gonna settle in and see what message is here. Okay. I'm going to start with some divine doors, and I might actually, now it's sunny outside because it's earlier. The sun's not pushing in. You can kind of see it. But I am actually going to turn the light on a little bit more over here. I just shocked myself. Just to make sure that we're good. Okay, there we go. Look at that. So much better. So much better. All right, guys. Ooh, we got 3 already. Look at that. And the sun be shining on each one of these cards. Actually, the sun is setting here and the moon is coming out, but look at how bright it is. All right. Draw down the moon. Forest nymphs. Well, forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs. Find us in the wild. Good night. Dancing in sheer delight. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. I want to say perceived danger. You fear that which hasn't happened yet, is what it sounds like to me. A toast of friendship in the afternoon sun, 3 cups in happiness, 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. So you've got it here where it's kind of like there's a reason to celebrate. I feel like the dance in sheer delight. And obviously the celebration being near has something to do with receiving some type of receiving something in regards to something that you were feeling you had fears about. I don't know why they're giving it to me like this, but like everybody's perception of what's a red flag danger for them is different depending on their circumstances, right? So some people may perceive what you're fearing as like, oh no, this bad thing's gonna happen. Like that's not a bad thing to other people. I guess that might be a factor or important because maybe I don't know why I get the feeling like other people would probably gaslight you into thinking that that's not something to be that's not a danger, right? Like what is danger is the question here, and it's kind of like that's really up to the person because it's like they're giving me like what's detrimental to you at this particular point in time would not be for somebody else. I just want to be like, for lack of a better analogy, like let's say you were taken to court by some institution because you owed money, right? For somebody that's like they may have reasons where that feels like this huge danger in their life, and then somebody else would perceive it like, oh, well, I'm still alive. I got a, like my money's going to a roof over my head, water, electric, that kind of stuff. If I like, it's not the end of the world if I end up in court over something. But for somebody else, it very well may be, and they may have very legitimate reasons in believing that, right? So yeah, like they would be like, that's not a real danger, that's a perceived danger. Like that's not even real. It's just, you're still here, aren't you? Like some people, I don't know why I'm getting that. So that aside, whatever, it's like, it's definitely something that your ego fears and is projecting into the future. Like, oh my God, this is going to happen. And it may be based off of something legitimate in your environment or something that's happening in your life where it's like, oh, the natural conclusion would be this, right? But they're like, don't underestimate. I feel like there's something about something being a solution. It's like something that's, it may not even be a person, but it feels like the solution for this, or it comes from like a really strange place, somewhere you didn't even think of. Does that make sense? Okay. So like this is going to make you exceptionally happy. You're going to have reason to celebrate. You're going to have like a reason to I draw down the moon, forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs, find us in the wild good night. And then a ritual cleansing of pain and lies, arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. Remember I was talking about the sun. Okay, let's find out exactly what's going to go down. I just want to say, it just feels, there's something about the fucking forest nymphs, and they keep wanting me to look it up. And I'm like, what has that got to do with jack shit? But apparently I need to. So I'm just going to, like, I can't get away. Like, I keep trying to go towards the idea of dancing in sheer delight, but they're like forest nymphs. What? I don't know what they're trying to say. They're nature spirits who live in trees. I'm trying to, they're called the dryads. What is the point of me looking this up? What do nymphs symbolize? I'm trying, guys. I'm like, honestly, they're like, it's a symbol of beauty and femininity. There's something about falling in, like, men used to fall in love with them on sight. Find us in the wild. Good night. Okay, maybe that's gonna come out at some point, but I'm like, I don't understand what that's got to fucking do with anything, but okay. Okay. It'll come out at some point. All right. All right, let's pull some cards, see what the hell's going on here, because I got the feeling like this is going to be one of those things where the story is going to unfold probably at the end. In all honesty. Okay. Archangel Tarot. The idea of people falling in love with forest nymphs because their beauty and femininity, like on sight, like like love at first sight type of situation would be the idea of like immediately knowing something is good, immediately seeing the beauty in something, right? An immediate type of connection, or an immediate knowing is what there's something about immediacy, like like love at first sight, like that's what I'm thinking of, like on site, in the minute, at the moment. Is which it takes you by surprise, which is the idea of like fearing sudden danger, but underestimating a loving stranger. It's like not seeing something and it just kind of like comes out of nowhere, like suddenly, like the place where the answer to whatever this fear is, whatever this perceived danger is, comes from a very out of the blue, almost instantaneously or suddenly, Okay, we got the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the High Priestess. A promising new venture, Ace of Pentacles, inflow of abundance, the beginning and start of something. Oh no. The way this is, this is going to be a struggle. I can already tell. Let me rephrase that. It is not my favorite reading when we struggle. And in the end, it all makes sense. And I look and sound like a ding dong all the way up to that point. In my opinion, I'm like, Spirit doesn't make no sense. I'm waiting to hear something. I'm waiting for them to give me this is those moments when they leave me waffling. Like, this doesn't make any sense. And I love it when they usually will just come in with like something auditory or something visual, like, to help me along. I'm like, oh, and like, they're just like sitting there waiting, like almost as if like they're really excited when you finally get it, when it lands, or they'll let you kind of like waffle there and then they'll give you a morsel and you're like, oh, and then it's like that little piece that's needed. And I feel like that's something, like the little piece that you're needing is going to come in. And I'm like, why are we doing it like that? I get it. Oh, these happen. High Priestess is the idea of like an unknown piece of information being revealed, or something that's unknown to you being revealed, coming to your awareness. It's funny because the Five of Swords is like the idea of conflict, mental conflict, not understanding something. And then we have the Two of Swords, because that's the thing that I was trying to clarify. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Like the idea of like, I'll just sit here then because I don't get it. I don't know. Like it's too, like I don't, like something doesn't make sense to you. This is like the idea of like fawn or freeze, like, or even like a functional freeze. The idea of like, I see danger. And so I just, and I just stop because I don't know what to do. Five of Swords. And so Two of Swords, I just don't do anything. I don't make any choice, or I don't do any decision making, And Justice is kind of like, just do what you know is right. None of this is making sense, Spirit. Absolutely fucking none of it. And I'm not having this. I'm not playing this game today. I feel like this has been happening frequently, where like shit just don't fall in place. Like it doesn't make sense. And as soon as I put my foot down, then it starts making sense. Like we've had a couple of readings like this. I'm like, no, I don't like this. And I don't know why I have issues with this damn card. I ain't never in my life, as many times as I've pulled from this deck, I have issues with this card. It's irritating the shit out of me. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Why is this even important? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel energy coming off of it, and I don't even know what it is. Okay, so they just said, find us in the wild. So, like the idea of going and looking for something, but you're not going to find it. Oh, okay. They fucking pissed me off, I swear. You're going to find it in a very strange place. It's not going to be like, I feel like you were trying to find the answer to something. You're trying to figure something out. You're trying to go out there, right? You're trying to maybe put yourself in a place where into a better position, right? Dancing in sheer delight, but find us in the wild, meaning it's not going to be where you would think. It's in a strange place. The answer is in a strange place. Okay. Maybe that's why things have been conflictual in your mind, and you're kind of like, I don't know what to do. Not making any decision because nothing makes sense. You don't know where to look. You don't know where to look for something. You don't know where to look. High Priestess is like the idea of listen to your intuition. What do you, okay, thank you. Find us in the wild, dance and sheer delight. Something's going to make you very happy, but like the thing that makes you happy is in a very strange place, is what I want to say. The thing that's going to alleviate this fear of danger, this fear of whatever, is in a very strange place. 8 of Cups. You're afraid to move in a particular direction. You're afraid to either walk away from something or walk towards something. 8 of Cups, because you feel like it's going to be I feel deception. I feel like if I make a move, it's going to be the wrong move, and so here I just sit. 4 of Cups. Here I just sit. Okay. And it came out in reverse, 9 of Pentacles. It's the idea of you're saying your freedom, your liberation, your independence depends on this. Well, if it's in a strange place, how do they find that? Like, I don't understand. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. This feels like, what is that? Rumpelstiltskin. You know Rumpelstiltskin, that stupid dude that had like a million fucking riddles? This is like the troll on the bridge of Dora the Explorer with all his damn little riddles that you had to solve to get to the next spot. That's what this fucking feels like. That's what this feels like. It's like, oh, see through the... And I'm like, oh my God, you must be feeling like this. Like, this is some kind of like having to maybe exhausting all your understandings and possible way. You're like, I just don't get it. And you're just choosing, you're like, I'm not even gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do it. Like having exhausted all the means that you know that are within the box. But the answer that you're seeking or is actually some like in something that you didn't even anticipate. And they're like, celebration is going to be near and you're going to be able to let go of. You're going to be able to like walk away from and release something. But right now, obviously, you're not. You're not doing the 8 of Cups. You because you feel like there's you're being deceived on some level. 7 of Swords. Whether it's like, I'm not being given all the information. I'm not like, I'm being told this, but like something's hidden. You may feel like it would be self-sabotage, so you just stay put. It's almost as if it's like And we got the intuition here. So it's the idea of like, I don't trust anything. I don't trust it. I've tried everything. This is like, maybe Spirit's been giving you downloads, and it's like, like you see those memes all the time where it's like all the angel numbers and you're like, what does it mean? And like you're asking them for clarity, and they give you bits and pieces of bullshit that don't even make no sense. And it's like you're now like the master of riddles trying to figure something out. And you're just like, and it's because you're trying to figure it out from the status quo, from the tried and true, what you do know, you know what I mean? And it's like, you're gonna have to search for the answers somewhere different. It's in a strange place. Like, this will make sense. It's in a strange place. Okay. Because the Four of Cups is the idea of, I don't trust what I'm seeing in front of me in my environment, the 3 cups before me, and I don't trust that fucking cup. Either I don't trust the cup that's coming out of the sky from Spirit, or I don't see it yet. So I'm hella fucking confused. And it's like, I don't want to make a misstep. I don't want to fucking do the wrong thing. Which would make sense. 5 of Swords, I don't get it, so I'm not doing shit. 2 of Swords. But you feel like it's unfair, and you want things to be made right, which is the Justice card. Like, you're trying to put things right. What is the 9 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles then? That obviously has something to do with the Ace of Pentacles. Something does come in. It's the idea, I feel like the Knight of Pentacles, like the 9 of Pentacles hinges on the Knight of Pentacles coming in. And that's how you get this new start, this inflow of abundance. Okay, so where does this come from? Like, it's obviously from a strange place. Like, it's just not, like, it's not your try. It's like the idea of, I've looked on all the odd job boards. I've reached out to people. I've tried doing things on social media. I've tried all kinds of ways. And it's like, the way in which this happens, or it occurs, or it comes to you, is like out of the blue. And I kept getting in the beginning, like something sudden, like, like love at first sight. The idea of you're like, oh, that's it. There it is. Would not have fucking guessed. And then we have the 8 of Wands. It's exceptionally fast moving, and at some level of whatever the Knight of Pentacles brings in, I feel like it builds quickly. It brings in that level of justice very fast. 3 of Pentacles is the idea, it's a collaborative effort. So this definitely may hinge on a stranger, like a person. Like the person to help connect you to something, or bring an opportunity in, or that someone, like the person that has the answer to a situation is like not who you would have thought. It comes from a space that you're either completely not familiar with, or just would have never seen it. And then the fast pace at which this, I want to say, builds. 3 of Pentacles is about building something, creating something. And you go from the 3 of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. It's like, I feel like saying it moves fast when you work with somebody else, or when you, because King of Pentacles has a mastery over his material world. Then, I mean, that's in any materialistic aspect, we want to get to the King of Pentacles. So tell me about the Knight of Pentacles, please. What is that? And it could be like like somebody reaches out, there's communication, and it's like, hey, I'd like to work with you, I'd like you to work for me. It is, it's a message. Page of Pentacles, it's a message. Sorry, my son we've had a lot of missing dogs showing up in various neighborhoods around. Anyways, I get those alerts and stuff. My son had his track and field match last night, and he's never had this with cross country, with the long distance running. But you know, when you do track and field, it's shorter distances and you push harder to get faster. You know what I mean? There's more of a demand on the body. And he got runner's stomach. Like ever since last night, his stomach's been whoop, and his legs are just, you know, and I think that he wasn't hydrated well enough. So yeah, his muscle spasms and everything. And this child runs every day. He's been doing practice and everything, but there's something, I guess he pushed himself too hard or didn't prepare enough. So like I'm waiting for my phone is next to me because he was not all that great this morning. And it can take up to 24 hours for that to kind of like resolve itself. And I'm trying to get him to drink a lot of water to rehydrate. So yeah. And then I had to let his dad know this morning. So that's why I'm checking my phone, right? Because I'm a good mom. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So my apologies. But yeah, something's coming in. This is like an offer. This is a communication of some sorts of collaboration or working together or an offer of a job, you know, like, but it's again, the idea that it's like, you're going to find this thing that I feel like it's going to bring it's a reason to celebrate. It's going to bring you a lot of delight. You're actually going to feel good about this. It's just like, you're going to find it in a weird place. Like if you've been trying to look for a job, it's like the thing that works out for you, that feels good and works and is compatible with your life at this point in time is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not where like, you're going to end up where you weren't anticipating at all. Tell me about the forgive and forget. Like, why did that come out? Like, I feel like this lets you, King of Cups and Justice. Obviously, with the Justice card, I'm getting like things back in balance, but feeling like you know the truth now. There's something about, I feel like you are not trusting your intuition at this point. And this puts you back into trusting your intuition. I don't know why I want to say it like that, but it's like the Four of Cups. Like, I'm not taking the cup that's coming out of the sky. I'm not, everything, like nothing makes sense. This is bullshit. It's like piecemealing things together. It's like a puzzle. I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I don't trust shit. I'm not moving towards anything, and I'm not walking away from anything. I'm stuck right the fuck here. The shit's not making sense. And I feel like, you know, and it's kind of like the idea of like, if you're going to play mental games with me, spirit, I'm not doing it. I'm not engaging in that. Remember, like, that's kind of like my attitude. I was like, I don't like this. I'm not doing this. Like, I really came in, I was like, and this is annoying me. And it was like, that was the whole energy. And so I feel as if, because the King of Cups is very aware. He's emotionally adept, very in tune with his intuition. He makes his moves based upon that. He has trust in his intuition. He's highly connected, right? And he doesn't move unless it's ignited by his intuition. Your intuition is saying things and it feels like, or you're getting downloads, but it feels like that doesn't make any sense. I can't make it make sense here in my life. I've tried to take action on it and it's like I can't seem to do it. Like it's not enough. Like you're missing some kind of core piece of information. And so it's like you've tried, you spin your wheels, and now you're like, I'm not doing anything. I'm right the fuck here. I'm staying right here. because you've tried every way. And they're like, you're going to find it in a weird place and you're going to get joy from it. Like it's just something you wouldn't have even thought. And I want to say this is wrapped up in work/money. And you may receive some level of communication really quickly, very quickly here, offering this, the Page of Pentacles. So it's a solid offer. It's really something that you can trust. It's going to bring a lot of stability, a lot of financial independence. Yeah, a promising business venture is what the Ace of. So something's going to be offered to you, and I feel like it puts you back, like it brings you back to balance emotionally within yourself, but also back into a sense of I can trust my intuition now. It finally makes sense. Everything lines up. I get it now. And because I feel like you might be off kilter a little bit emotionally right now. Okay. So Eight of Swords, which is very quickly, and we were getting that from the very get-go, right? Like it's going to be a very quick communication. It's going to come through rapidly. I feel like saying it's like finding a job that either checks all the marks off on something in a way that you didn't realize and might have extra added somethings, and you're like, well, I didn't know I would like this, or I didn't know this was going to be like the perfect fit for my life right now. We do have a main male. Family room. Okay. Now, I ain't fucking playing with you. Can I just say? Give me just a minute. The energies of the main male and the mature male feel similar yet different. And I'm trying to figure out what that is. Okay, so they're screaming the family room card is definitely something about very close by. So this is going to happen quickly, guys. Whoever this is for, this is like the family room is the idea of something exceptionally close to you in the immediate presence, like in your immediate environment. So it's almost like it's already there. I'm trying to figure it out. And it's weird because so the main male doesn't feel like it's you. I get the feeling and the energy that this is a new opportunity. I'm getting two things. Like somebody who has far reach. We got the world, and especially in the Kipper deck, when you're reading about it, the idea is that he's very worldly, he's very cultured, he's very experienced, he's got connections, right? He's already established and expansive, so therefore he has a level of wisdom. And you're going to receive some type of, like, it's unexpected message, unexpected communication. Of course, I got to be honest with you, because they keep bringing me to the world. This could be like somebody reaching out via the internet. Like you might get a message either, and they might be somewhat at a distance. That might be why it's like feeling the same and different, because I'm like, they feel the same, like it's supposed to be the same person, but they keep bringing me to the worldly. So you might get a new communication. This is like you haven't received this yet. It might be an offer because the child card is all like something starting, first time, new beginning. It's the full energy, that kind of thing, right? And so it's like you may receive like a first time communication from somebody via, but they could either be at a distance. And so it's like a text message. It could be somebody in a different state, a different country, a different, like from somewhere else, right? Via the World Wide Web. Like it could be an email, could be a DM, could be something to that effect. And it's really unexpected communication. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's what this is unexpected communication. It's coming through very quickly. I'd start checking my emails, pay attention to your text messages, a phone call, they're saying, because the world card feels like a bit of a distance. Okay, so you need to start paying attention because this is coming through fairly rapidly. You're not expecting it, so you may not, the quickness of it and then like where it's coming from. That's the other thing, like find us in the wild. It's like, it's from a strange place. Like check any of the DMs and like go to all your social media places where you don't normally get messages, right? Look in your spam folders. Make sure you're checking all of your email addresses, because it might be one that you don't normally take a look at. I have several, and so like some of them are like, one of them is like convoluted and filled with shit, and you know what I mean. But sometimes I put different email addresses for different things, like, you know what I mean. How they get a hold of something, I don't fucking know, right? But we might get something. I don't know why I said we. You might get something, and it's from somebody you're not aware of, like a new place, but it's also may show up in a very strange way. Not in the tried true. So remember I was talking about like the job boards and things like that. Like, I don't know, there might be a connection made in a way that's like not traditional, is what I want to say, outside of the box. Okay, tell me. You poverty card gives me the sense of like, it's not like, it's like, I don't know why I want to say it like that. I didn't ask for this. You know what I mean? Like poverty is kind of like this sense of lack, like something that's missing, something that's not, you know what I mean? But when I have poverty mixed with false person is like, is this real? Like, is this real? Because the idea is that they're at a masquerade ball. And so you're kind of like, is this person really who they're saying they are? Or is it like, can I trust it? And you may lack some level of trust. Like, you do, like, to me, poverty is like, I don't have an established understanding of this or knowing or connection with this person. So it's kind of like you might be like, but it comes out. You may not know whether or not you can trust what is being presented, or if it's going to be a good fit. You might be a little bit concerned about that. But we have the distant horizons, which is the 9 of Cups card. It's equivalent to that. It is the dreamers card. It is the wish fulfillment card of the Kipper deck. Okay. Oh, it's not my son. Okay. I carried my daughter to the bus stop this morning. Girl, dude, when I tell you, like, I didn't know my son was going to be able to, he's not even going to be practicing today, Trisha. Like, he's like, I'm not running. Like, his little poor, like, last night he came downstairs. It was probably 9:00 at night. I had to tell his dad this. We wanted to check his blood sugar and stuff like that to make sure that he was, so we gave him some orange juice, right? He's trying to pour himself his orange juice. And this child has been running all year. Like, he ran a further distance, like, cross country, and he did pretty damn good. But he's been working so much at building himself in the long distance runs, and they put him on mid-level. And this is what he does. If he were to do either super long or really, really short, he's amazing. This was his first time doing mid-level running. I know this is a tangent, but I saw her comment and now I'm on a tangent, guys. So we'll get back to this, I promise. But my poor child, like they said, mid-level, mid-distance, which was the 800, would help him with cross country, help him to build up his speed, like his stamina and his ability, because he can start out really strong. And he's always wanted, like him keeping his pace has been a problem for him because he's always been one to love short distance running, right? And so he can take off. And let me tell you, yesterday at the 800, it's 2 laps around the track, right? That first one, he was up there. He was banging. And had he done a shorter distance, he could have won. He could have won. And then the second one hit. And it's like, but with cross country, you have a bit of a slower, more methodical pace. And they said they wanted him to do mid-level because it would increase his ability in cross country. Let me tell you, it is the first time that poor child has felt like this with running. I mean, he's had sore muscles and all that when he first started out, but this was like his whole body was shaking and he was just like, I don't feel good. Runner's tummy, which is a thing. It can give people can vomit as a result of it. That's a common thing. They can have diarrhea, all kinds of, and or like prolonged cramps that last a period of time. He was not having it. He was like, absolutely not. He's like, don't be surprised if I run short distance next time. I was like, I'm so sorry, baby. Girl, I didn't know if he was going to get out my damn car this morning. So I was like, okay. Anywho's. So this is a wish fulfillment. This is something that you would really desire. Like this is an answered wish. This is an answer to something. And maybe that's it. Maybe putting the puzzle together was trying to find the right fit for you in a job right here, right now. Like that would be accommodating to your life. And like you've searched, that makes so much sense. I told you at the end, it would make sense. You're like, but you're trying to look for this type of a job in all the tried and true places and you can't fucking find it. You're going to job boards, you're looking on TikTok, all those people on TikTok that have like the, this job and this job. You're trying to go to places and you're looking, you're going to flex jobs, you're going to like, and it's like, you find this. And I almost feel like saying they reach out to you. I want to ask, I wonder about that. We might want to need to find out, clarify, because it seems like it's coming. Like you're not moving. You're like, I can't get out of this. It's all bullshit. I can't. It's a lie. Like, you feel like intuitively. It's like intuitively knowing you're not supposed to work a 9 to 5, and that you would. Okay, I see cardinal, guys. I feel like that's spirit coming through. That's a confirmation. So what I'm about to say is like you feel like you're drawn to, let's say, a niche or to a particular lifestyle with working, and you can't fucking find it, and you're like, I'm about to give up on this shit. Like I'm just, like I feel guided by spirit to do that. I feel like I'm supposed to, and you can't seem to make it work. And you may have tried multiple different ways, like looked in different areas, tried different things, and you're like, well, whatever works for other people ain't working for me. And it's like, but you've never done something like this, and so you don't really know how to implement it. And it's like the answer to this, like spirit's like, no, we're dead serious. Like you're meant to have a job where you only work 6 hours a day or only 5 hours a day, and like you can then focus your energy on X, Y, and Z. You're meant to have a job that works around all your kids' schedules. You're meant to have a job where you make $50 an hour. And you're like, well, then I have to go to school and I have to do that. Like you can't, you're like, then how? And it shows up. Like that's where it's like a puzzle piece. Like you're getting all these little things. You're like, nothing fucking fits. What the hell? And so you're like, I can't walk away from, and I can't walk towards something. You feel like you're being lied to. You know what I mean? That 7 of Swords, and you're kind of like, 4 of Cups. Fuck it. I can't do. Like you feel stuck. Like. Like the idea of like going to a regular office job, like maybe you're just, you're meant to work remotely, and spirit keeps telling you, yeah, you're gonna like Maybe you keep feeling like you're gonna have your own business and you're like, I can't, I've tried multiple different things and it doesn't pop off. And it's a strong intuitive, because we had the high priestess, it's a strong intuitive knowing, but you can't, and you might get down, but you can't make fucking sense of anything. And it may have you spent, which is the reason why they bring out the King of Cups. Like, this will bring you into a balance. Like, emotionally, you'll feel more confident in your intuition. It's the right answer. Okay, so a promising business venture. Anything you want to say on this? Like, let's find out, like, I want to know a little bit about timing if we can. If that's okay, Sun Night Tarot. I shit you not, in the midst of this deck, the Wheel of Fortune on a dime. It's on a dime. Something shifts. It comes out of the fucking blue, guys. Like, this obviously isn't like you know, you hear readers all the time. It's like, there's nothing more you can do. You can't go after this. There's no, like, this is like one of those where it's like, you have tried, you've done things and it didn't get you. Like, this is something that has to come to you, and it's going to come out of the blue, and you're going to find it in a weird place, and it's from a new, and you may question whether it's legit, right? You might have concerns and reservations. You're like, look, I already am in a bad position. Like, I don't need to, you know what I mean? But Wheel of Fortune, like, you're that's when your luck changes on a dime. I think timing is going to be the biggest factor, Spirit, for anybody. Lord of mercy, that flew. Yeah, a resurrection. The Death card comes out. Look at this. And at the bottom of the deck, the Sun card. Like, and I think that's what they're saying is there's a new sunrise. The sun is coming up. Like, this transformation happens very quickly, and it's a positive change for the better. And then we have the Two of Wands. It's like the idea of it allows you to finally move, because all these other cards are like, I cut nothing. And the Two of Wands is the only thing you have. It allows you to move, allows you to take action. Okay, but timing, Spirit. And even though it's gonna happen on a dime, like, I'm quite certain people are. Okay. The two cards that came out upright are going to be the Four of Swords. They're like, just chill. Sort of fucking God. This is good. Like, just chill is what I heard. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. You might question whether this is legitimate, or if this is like the new, you're like, is this the new beginning? Like, you feel bamboozled. You feel confused. It is surrounding work, guys. It is surrounding the area where you've put your focus of energy into. So you may have your guard up a little bit. Like, it's almost like it's too easy. I gotta be honest with you. Like, when it shows up, it's like, seriously? Because I've been trying for quite some time. And there, Seven of Swords. I feel like saying, okay, Four of Swords, get your mind right. Okay, get balance. Like, this is going to bring balance in. But there's something about Seven of Swords is all about positive mental preparation, positioning yourself for success, right? Mentally, to protect this new beginning, because it's after the Six of Swords. You've gone through this transformation to improve things. You're in a better space, and you want to protect that, right? You don't want to fall for false hopes and wishes and illusions, which maybe you feeling like you've been sold like some type of an illusion. But I also feel like the Seven of Swords is talking about taking the steps necessary to protect this new beginning. And that's where the Four of Swords is playing a factor. I feel like this is going to bring peace to you, and it's going to bring immense happiness. Like, I think it's going to push you into an emotionally happy state. You're going to start feeling joyful and things like that, right? And it's like there's something about this job that positions you for success. I don't know if there's elements in your life right now where it's like that's why you're looking for a very specific job, like you feel called to something, but like it's not seeming to work out because nothing quite fits with your life. I feel like the puzzle pieces come together. Something about puzzle pieces coming together in regards to your work and you being able to focus on something and follow through. The Seven of Swords is the idea that beyond feeling like at this point, because it has been so difficult that it was like a lie, like you're being deceived or you're deceiving yourself, self-deception. It's like the way that this is, he's holding that egg, just waiting, trying his damnedest to hold on to seeing something positively. Like it's still a possibility. Right now, I feel like you're in the energy of, yeah, that shit's not going to happen. Like you're seeing it negatively. But the way that this person has positioned the swords to almost like protect them from anything that could interfere with this new beginning. And the fact that it's mental, it's like positive mental preparation. And it's paired with the Four of Swords, like it's getting the mind right. And maybe you've been wanting a new start in life. And it's like this new start is protected. This one will work out well for you and it'll bring you so much balance and joy. Okay, but I want to know about timing. Let's ask about this week. Is this something coming in as quickly as this week? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah. So we still have half a week left, guys. Is it something coming in this week? The Tower. Very unexpected shift. Yeah, it comes in very suddenly. It's a manifestation that comes in exceptionally fast. Tell me about that one. Yeah. There is a good probability this shit's gonna come in this week. We have the Tower, the Magician, and the Chariot. I keep feeling like I'm trying to feel into the Tower. Like, is something going to end? And I feel as if something already has ended as far as like events go in life, right? Like, but I feel like this is a fated, destined, meant to be. And here's the thing about the Tower is you lack control over the Tower. The Tower is spirit-led. This is something that's fated, destined, you don't have control over. You only have control over the way in which you respond to it, the way in which you perceive it and approach it, all of that kind of stuff. The Tower comes down whether you like it or not. That's what gives it that fated, destined energy. This is meant to come in. This is meant to, and you're meant to be successful. Like this is going to come in with hella momentum. But we have the Queen of Swords. And that would be emblematic of the energy that you're in, that cautious energy. She's always got her sword drawn, right? And I feel like the Chariot's saying, go for it. This is it. This is exactly what you need. Go for it. Like, absolutely, this is the perfect fit. I feel like all of those puzzle pieces are going to make sense. Yeah, Hanged Man. Like you don't have to feel a certain, like, I feel like they're saying you don't have to feel guarded against this. They want you to get out of the apathy. The Four of Cups, the idea, I'm not doing anything. Fuck it. Like, you don't trust anything. That's the thing. I think you feel like you've been sold down the garden path by spirit or by whatever downloads you receive. And you're like, yeah, whatever. I've already tried and expended everything. Because it's coming from a place you couldn't access. It's like you'd find it in the wild. You'd find it. It's like a forest nymph, like some kind of fairy tale, something. It literally is not your tried and true practical way of going about doing something. It comes from a very strange place. And so this is the idea of you're just like, whatever. Like this, you need to have a different mental perspective. You need to change your mind about this, about sitting something out, and about not being apathetic. Don't be apathetic towards this. And the Five of Swords come out again. It's like you feel already defeated. I think that's the space that you're at. You feel defeated already, that this is not going to happen. But this is a milestone. Like, this is the idea. Four of Wands is like that milestone, like some major event. And usually for me, it's like the life before and life after. Like, this sets the foundation and the tone for something more to happen. And so you feel already resolved, like, and they're like, no, this is actually going to come to play. Which is why you are in this Four of Cups energy. You feel already defeated. Like, it's like you fooled yourself. That Seven of Swords, like you fooled yourself. Okay, so obviously they're saying it is going to come in. It's going to make sense when it comes in and how the way in which it unfolds. It isn't something that you would have been able to go after per se. Like, the right fit just shows up. You're going to definitely have reason to celebrate. And it says celebration is near. And we've got multiple cards that give the indication that it's very close. And they're like, and then just allow yourself to, all this feeling of like feeling deceived and apathy, wash that away and allow the sun to rise. Like jump on this with fervor. Okay. All right. I can't seem to get a very specific understanding of when this is coming in, other than all they're doing is saying very, very soon. And I gotta be honest with you, Eight of Wands, one of the fastest moving tarot card in the card in the tarot deck. It is completely spirit led. We have the Tower moment. We have the Family Room card, which is the quickest turnaround of timing in the Kipper deck. So this is right at hand, is what I want to say. So expect it very, very soon. And no, it's not, when it shows up, it's not something that you have to be worried about. Is this even real? It is. It may seem too good to be true because it fits so well. It is an answer to something. It's answer to the thing that you're missing right now. So, all right. And definitely in the material world. Oh my gosh, right, Ruby? Dude, me and his stepmom were talking last night, Ruby. And we were joking around because we saw one kid. So when you run, you get like this really thick spit also. And so a lot of times you'll see them not throwing up, but they're like spitting. They're constantly spitting because it's like, they're breathing through their mouth as they're doing it. They're the burst of sweat and everything. You can get dehydrated from it. And so I was like, when we started talking about people who work out, and I was like, I am the person, like we were joking around, like they'd be like, could you please get off the field now? Could you even possibly jog? And I was like, I would be puking, hands down. I would be the one. And so we were just joking the entire time about that last night, because it was like, not I. Not I. I'm not running. I said, I'm a hot girl walk kind of a person. So that's me. I'd walk it. And I would smash it like it's not even funny with walking. But anyways. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Hope you have a fantastic, wonderful day. And I will see you guys later this week.